It's the show about Hollywood that's taken Hollywood by storm.
If you like entertainment and celebrity, you're going to love this show.
It's given America a new anti-hero.
He's a type A wrecking ball, and he will crush you, rip your head off and bark down your torso.
And it's must-see TV for A-listers everywhere.
They know if you're not involved, then you're going to be a victim of the show. So be smart, you know what I mean? Be on the entourage.
So how does a made-up star doing make-believe movies become a real phenomenon? Find out in Entourage Uncovered. With its fast cars, hot chicks and meditations on fame and friendship, Entourage has become the zeitgeist hit in Hollywood.
Journalists love it, people on the street love it, publicists love it, the stars love it. It's the show that everyone watches. It's what in America is called a water cooler show.
My daughter's a huge fan.
Entourage follows the fortunes of Vincent Chase, a rising young star in Hollywood, and it's made a star of the man who plays him, Adrian Grenier.
I couldn't imagine life without Entourage at this point. Every day I get to be Vince and hang out with really cool guys and have really cool experiences, and then at the end of the day I go home and I'm just me. And I hope it never ends.
Vince wants to share his good fortune, so he puts his best friends on the payroll. Kevin Dillon plays Vince's brother Johnny, a bit-part actor turned Entourage cook.
Hey, get a picture of me and my brother.
My character's name is Johnny Drama, and he had a pretty nice little career back in the day.
You used to be on that show, right?
Yeah, I've been on a bunch of shows, pal.
He did a bunch of shows, Viking Quest. But now his career's kind of on the down. Lucky for him, he has a younger brother who's a big star, and he's able to get a little part here, a little part there.
Next up, Kevin Connolly as Vince's manager Eve.
How you doing? He is running a pizza place in Queens, and Vince knows that he has a brain for business, and says, hey, listen, why don't you come out, help me run some things? So what are you saying? You want me to make your decisions for you?
I don't know, I can't decide.
At first, I'm sort of like, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing, but yeah, hey, what's on? Let's give it a try.
And Jerry Ferrara is Vince's dope-smoking driver and dog's body Turtle.
Turtle is the type of guy who I think everybody kind of knows, and he's that loyal friend, but he's also a bit of a slacker, a little bit lazy, and not afraid to benefit off of some of his friends, big moments.
Could you get laid without Vince? That's the question.
Do I give a fuck? That's the answer. I kind of play him as the little brother of the group. Very easy to pick on, but everyone still loves him.
The cook, the star, his driver and manager. As Hollywood entourages go, it's small scale in a city where the stars like to roll deep.
Stars have entourages for a few reasons. It's definitely a status symbol. The bigger your entourage, the larger a celebrity you are.
But when success strikes, you need good people around you.
Leo DiCaprio is a good buddy of mine, and all of a sudden Titanic comes out, and he's the biggest, he's such a huge star that it was interesting to watch that. That was just crazy. That was on a whole nother level of madness of, celebrity. So I did see that happen, so I have been able to base it on some experiences.
But if Vince is a little like DiCaprio, Entourage was inspired by another Hollywood star. Mark Wahlberg's one of the top names in town, and the show was his idea.
This show is just, it's a real glimpse into the life of a young movie star in Hollywood. Adrian's not playing me, but it's close to things that I've experienced and other people have experienced. And we were lucky in finding guys that kind of resembled the guys that were in my crew.
Mark Wahlberg, this whole thing has kind of been based on his entourage. Mark Wahlberg has his boys. And there's an actual guy named Johnny Drama. And there was a turtle, and there's an E.
Drama, let's tee it up, man. Well, I'm working on that thing, but yeah, I can do it.
See, to me, entourage is a tricky thing. There's the entourage where, like, MC Hammer or Mike Tyson has 80 people who don't do anything, who are just around, and he pays. And then there's people like Mark that have their close friends that they know before they were big, giant stars. And in this business, and especially in LA, it's very important to keep people around you that you trust.
The cast got into character on a weekend in Vegas.
There was this great fight happening in Vegas, and you know, we've all spent a lot of time in Vegas and had a lot of fun in Vegas, and I wanted these guys to experience it. So we took them there. You know, we all went on a jet and went to the fight.
And we got to see what the lifestyle's like, being in a, you know, big private jet, staying in a first-class hotel, and watched Mark, and his entourage is a lot bigger than our 4-man entourage. He runs with about 10 guys at times, you know? It's a pretty powerful feeling when you're walking around with a group that big.
Fact and fiction began to blur as the guys about to play good friends became good friends.
I guess if you want to bond with people quick, Vegas is the best place to do it. You kind of see people's good and bad sides all wrapped up into one. You know, we drank, we gambled, we partied, we hit on girls together.
And this is when the 4 of us really got to know each other. We bonded on that trip.
There's so much brotherly love amongst the cast, and a lot of busting of each other's chops. If the girls of Sex and the City talk to each other the way we talk to each other, there'd be a lot more tears.
It's that East Coast New York vibe that we all kind of have. That kind of draws you to each other. So, I mean, I consider those guys my family. I would do anything for them.
Oh, baby.
The unsung star of the show is LA itself. Entourage gives you a player's guide to the city's hottest spots.
Well, we try to shoot at the real locations as much as possible to really capture what this town is all about, what the flavor is, what the architecture of it is. We take the places that are in and hip and hot, you know? I mean, my cast, they know a lot of the clubs, so I'll go to them since I'm a little older at this point and go, what's the in places now?
Let's go to Prey.
We're not worried. Let's go Prey.
From Prey to Shelter to the Chateau Marmont, the guys hang out in all the right places.
The whole thing is that you also want to make an entrance. If you're going to go into a nightclub or you're going to a restaurant, a lot of people would just walk in. But what you want to do is you want to create a shot like 6 people walking abreast. You want to also be constantly talking to your cell phone. Half of the show, and I hope people in Europe enjoy this, half of the show they are on the phone, just constantly on the phone.
That's all right. This could be important.
They are living a dream, you know, and what's great is people are looking to us to see what's fun and what's exciting. People get to have little guilty pleasures and see, you know, cute girls and live vicariously through the decadent lifestyle, but at the same time, the beauty of Vince is he doesn't let it affect his friendships. I think there's a real strong positive message, and I'm not just saying that.